My third guy plays some games.
Alright, hi y'all, Weather Guy here. We are back with some more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're doing the final case. And we're about to have some cross-examination featuring both Gina Lestrade and Barack Van Zieks. So let's get into it. Let's start doing our pressing.
Hold it!
In other words, it shows that Gregson was basically acting as the Reaper. Not you and all. That ain't the only explanation, is it? Could have been investigating the Reaper in secret. That notebook said what he found out. If I may. When originally people began referring to me as the Reaper, I didn't object. I believed the power to intimidate London's criminal classes into compliance with the law to be beneficial. You carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you? Yes, and those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper. One arm? What are you on about? The Reaper's victims were all extremely shrewd criminals at the top of their game. There's simply no way one person could have taken them on alone. The Reaper is an organization. With you at its head? I had spies at the yard keeping me abreast of Gregson's movements, letting me know when he was elsewhere. So I had been able to check the most recent entry in his book. I knew the location. You knew it said Grouse? Believing it to be a reference to the Gentleman's Club. Oh, so there is both places. Interesting. I went there on the day in question to investigate, alone. So that explains why several members of the club claimed to have seen you there. But of course the inspector was not there. Because at the time he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France, as shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. Very well then, back to your testimony about the contents of this notebook. Fine. Something wrong, Mr. Ryu? You seemed a little shocked by something a moment ago. Oh, no, it's alright. Overthinking this, aren't I? I just don't think Gregson's actually involved. I think Gregson was also investigating.
Hold it!
Names of victims, dates, places, and stuff. What in particular? Well, beside the victims' names, this other name kept cropping up. What other name was that? It's the one I told you yesterday, the same name, written over and over again. You mean Asa Shin? Now that's the assassin who we know to be Giselle Brett. So the other name could be the person that's supposed to be carrying out the murder for the Reaper, right? Yeah, that's the one. She's a friend of yours or something, isn't she? Were you even listening yesterday? Asa Shin, the assassin. What? Oh. Assassin. I'm so stupid. I'm still gonna say Ace of Shin, but that's assassin. That's pretty good. Gregson was a tactician, the one who came up with the plan of attack. He investigated the marks thoroughly, finding out when they would be vulnerable and who to use to get at them. The person actually executing his plans was someone else, you're saying? If that's true, then the Reaper does indeed start to sound like an organized group of vigilantes. Then perhaps what it said on the passport document. Mission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. That additional person had been clearly the assassin who was meant to take Sashiro Jigoku's life. Gina, can you confirm that against the final entry that listed Grouse and Sashiro Jigoku? What name was written? Oh, well, that's the only entry that didn't have a name next to it as it happens. What? It just had like a question mark or something there, I think. In other words, Gregson himself didn't know the identity of the assassin in that case. But Gregson was the one making the plans, was he not? Oh, how infuriating. Nameless assassin. What if it's just... I don't know.
Hold it!
And you're saying that the mark listed was Toshiro Jigoku? That's what it said. Funny name if you ask me. And I thought your name was odd. So pleased to have lost my crown there. Mr. Jigoku is the presiding judge of Japan's Supreme Court of Judicature. I remember the man. He came to our country as a visiting student 16 years ago. Studying international law and diplomacy under your tutelage, Lord Stronghart. That bearded young fellow was a very able man, I must say. Okay, so if there is a criminal organization and all three of these people are involved somehow, Jigoku, Mikotoba, and Stronghart. Stronghart would seem to be at the head of it, seeing as the others were under his tutelage, right? That would be the assumption I would make. So Stronghart was Judge Jigoku's mentor. If I'm not mistaken, he returned to Japan 10 years ago now. 10 years ago? After that fateful case? Precisely. In the aftermath of the Professor case, his repatriation was organized immediately. I had to read that word like 3 times. It's a mystery why such a man would be listed in the inspector's notebook. I didn't think it was possible, but the mood in here's got even worse now. Maybe I'll just keep talking. This is very odd indeed.
Hold it!
What do you mean a criminal? Judge Jigoku's no criminal. What, don't ask me, I don't know nothing about it. Oh, do you remember what Father told us? Judge Jigoku did once appear in court here in Britain? It's related to the Professor case, I'm sure. Yes, of course, you're right. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. It was a pitiful situation, yes. I had forgotten all about it. But I prosecuted that trial too, as it happens. You did? Okay. It was considered to be an adjunct to the Professor proceedings, you see. But he was acquitted after being told to make reparation for the damage caused to the stand. There you have it. Have what? Surely the accused hasn't forgotten his own rule. That there's no saving anyone who faces the Reaper in court. Guilty or innocent alike. What? No! Are you suggesting that the reason Judge Jigoku was targeted for assassination? The man was sent back to Japan immediately after that trial. The Reaper had no time to do his work. But then, 10 years later, the mark returns to Britain once more. Perhaps now you start to see just how vindictive the Reaper is. Come on, that's absurd. To take someone's life for that? There'd be some other reason. Like a more serious reason involving a cover-up or something with the Professor case, I imagine. Isn't the whole premise of the Reaper absurd, killing those who have been found innocent? Clearly, the rules by which the man operates are beyond a sane person's comprehension. But... interesting. Right, I had just about enough of this. Gina? All this nonsense about the boss planning to kill people? It's cobblers. Yeah, she's definitely fed up, and the music has stopped too, which is odd. Come on, Otto. Yes? Why ain't you saying nothing? Why ain't you yelling out objection or something? What? You gotta find a flaw, you do usually. Someone's lying here, no question. Gotta work out who it is. Please, for the boss. Yeah, I really feel like Gregson's innocent in all this. He's always just been so unassuming, you know? That outburst was an insult to the court and to your own testimony. I might have known that a common pickpocket from the back slums couldn't make a detective. Brutal. When this trial is over, you will forfeit your warrant card, Mr. Strahd. Is that clear? I've had it with a lot of you that slides every bleeding place you look in the world, ain't it? Well, I've had enough. Yeah, she's always had issues with trust, and now it seems like it's getting broken again, which is horrific. So have I, after that little speech of Gina's. Made up my mind. Do what, Mr. Ryu? There's one point in this cross-examination. Something that was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement that seemed odd. Oh, do you mean... I'm not gonna let Gina's plea for help fall on deaf ears.
Hold it!
I want to thank you, Gina. You helped me find my resolve. There's the word. Eh? What do you mean? Amongst everything we've heard during this cross-examination, there's one thing that defies explanation. One inconsistency. What? An inconsistency? Really, Otto? I don't quite know what it means yet, but... Yes, there's an inconsistency. Oh, we're about to see what it is now. Oh gosh, what could it have been? So we have very limited options here. We have Mikotoba said in the flashback, but I don't think that would count. Maybe it would. What's the inconsistency though? I don't know. Can I go back? I can't. Oh, I can't look at history though. Just scrolling up as much. Oh, I can't scroll up that far though. I'm gonna go with Kazuma. I'm honestly, I'm just gonna guess here. Where's he at? Where's Kazuma at? There he is.
Take that!
I guess I was right. By you, Kazuma. Me? Is this some attempt at filibustering, counsel? Prosecutor Isogi has given no testimony. What are you suggesting I said that was inconsistent? You let something slip. You shouldn't have. When I present the relevant piece of evidence, I imagine you'll realize what you've done. Oh no, we have to do the evidence too? Oh no. Come on. Come on, is it time yet? I gotta try, just in case. Alright. I don't think it's this. I don't think this has anything to do with what... It is interesting that Inspector Gregson was finding things out somewhere. I feel like Gregson's just a really good inspector. Police business. It's interesting that his trunk is all damaged too. Nope. Nope. Let's open this up. I think this is just his ID though, basically. I'm gonna look at something else. I just want to double check the ID because you can really see the number of the 997 that was there. What else? Does it have it on here? No. That's just the passport number. Okay then. Okay, let's continue. A watch. What was inside it again? I don't remember what was inside it. Let me open it up again. Oh, we gotta open it from the other side. I wonder if the part of the watch is actually inside the doll. That's where it winds. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. You know, shot. Oh, another interesting idea that I'm realizing is preserving the body could have potentially happened on a ship where they may have a freezer or something like that, right? Gosh, I have no idea where to go with on this one though. So I don't even know where the inconsistency was, you know? I just guessed Kazuma because Kazuma had been talked a lot. Steamship. I guess there isn't a reason why the clock turner would be inside this, because this isn't one of Gregson's things. This was Sholmes' thing. Or Iris' thing. It has to be one of the travel documents, most likely, right? I'm just gonna try this. No. Oh. What a brutal thing to say, too, by Kazuma there, saying that his friend's dead. Jeez Louise, bud. Oh. At the time. Uh-huh. Guess that's exactly it. Okay, so it was about the travel. I'm still kind of unsure though. Another thing would be this, because this is also that. Let's try this.
Take that!
Nope. Dang. What's the giveaway here? Oh, could it be that his ID was all the way over here? Because Vigil had his ID the day before. So Gregson wouldn't have traveled that far without his ID, right? Maybe that's it.
Take that!
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I know. I don't know. Maybe it's the trunk itself. The trunk is damaged. It has blood on it and stuff. Let's try that.
Take that!
Nope. Oh, this. It's a trunk that belonged to Inspector Gregson. A metal construction, is it? It's certainly very heavy. What's this? A blood stain, and a relatively fresh one, too. What? You mean that ain't grease from all the boss's fish and chips? Fresh blood on the inspector's trunk. That suggests that the victim was traveling with that luggage when he was killed. That can't be. There was no mention of any trunk in Scotland Yard's report. Yes, there's a reason for that. Immediately after the inspector's body was discovered, one of the secret street peddlers made off with the trunk, hoping to sell it. But I found it, me, when me nose for the trouble. Which means that nobody should have known anything about the trunk. Unless, of course, we're talking about somebody who was present when the victim was killed. And yet, during the cross-examination of the witness just now, you said this, Kazuma. Interesting. Yeah, how would he have known about the trunk? So the question is, how did you know about the inspector's trunk? We know the man went on a trip to France. Where else would he have put his passport?
Objection!
But you knew it was a metal trunk. Answer me honestly, Kazuma. On 31st October, where exactly were you? Oh my god. At the port of Dunkirk on board the SS Grouse. Is that the answer you're looking for, Ryo? Brutal. Kazuma, what did you... I hadn't considered the possibility before, but Kazuma was there on the ship, then it could only have been for one purpose. Oh no, Mr. Ryu. Surely you don't think... Come on, Ryo. You know the true rules. The only thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence. As I understand it, Inspector Gregson always took that case with him when he traveled. So as it stands, you've proved nothing. Kazuma, are you challenging me to prove it beyond all reasonable doubt? That you were there that day? In the same place as the inspector? He was there with Gregson? It's a clue that you've overlooked, a secret that Trunk can tell us. Can't be sure at this point, I'll need to verify it, but I have a nasty feeling that I'm going to be right. The sword cut the trunk, I bet. The accusation being made is deeply disturbing, but nonetheless, we must test it. It's a slash. It's a slash.
Got it!
Seems like we're in trouble. Seems like we're in trouble. We only have one strike left. And my child's waking up. Not good. So if it's not that, can't be that, so let's open it. I mean, I guess it would have to be this, right? Not the bloodstain. The bloodstain doesn't connect anything, it's just a bloodstain. I really thought it'd be the slash.
Got it!
I know what it is. It is the slash. I had to push A on it first, I bet. I bet I had to push A on the slash. We're gonna try again. We're gonna press A on the slash next time. Alright, we're gonna try again real fast. Boo. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna try that again. At least we're already here. So I think I do this first. Just to talk about it. It still doesn't seem to be doing it. Is there anything else that it could be? Let's try it.
Got it!
I don't know why I tried it again. What else could it be? Alright, the only other thing is the bloodstain.
Got it!
Unless it's something that doesn't highlight. I don't know. If I don't find it, I'm gonna have to end the video anyway, because my kiddo's starting to wake up and stuff. Could it be this?
Got it!
I don't know, we've tried everything that highlights on it, I think. I'll look at it again, but what else could it be? Let's open it back up. No harm in that. Seemingly nothing else interesting inside. What could it be? Is it this part? Oh, it's this part, the slash part. Something stuck in the side of the trunk there. It's glinting. It's part of his sword. Looks like a fragment of metal of some sort, but it's wedged in so tightly I can't remove it. Don't cut yourself. You better leave it, I think.
Got it!
Yeah. There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here. Like the tip of a blade. A blade? Kazuma, slung around your waist as ever today, is the esteemed blade Karuma. Of course it is. Won't you draw it? Here in this courtroom? For all to see? Exercise caution, my learned friend. That man is the son of London's most notorious killer. Bailiff, watch Prosecutor Sogi like a hawk. That won't be necessary. Doesn't look chipped, does it? Or maybe it is. Oh no! Tip is broken. It is broken, okay. The fragment of metal from the trunk fits together with the end of the sword. Question of who was there with Inspector Gregson and will be answered. Agreed, Kazuma Sogi. Expertly done, Ryo. That's a point to you and well deserved. Do you mean to tell the court, Prosecutor Sogi? Yes, on 31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. So the additional person authorized to travel was me. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark. Oh no. What? He's admitting it. Kazuma, an assassin, that makes sense though, because he's so good with the sword. You mean you're the killer whose name was omitted from this notebook? You were following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Shigoku? Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one. Explain. I accepted the assassination mission, yes, and I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk, but I never had any intention of carrying out the plan. You were never going to do it. I can believe Kazuma's. I'm sure. After all, Judge Shigoku arrived safely in London the following day, and Kazuma arrived too, so he didn't kill him. You know? 31st, I boarded a train from London with Inspector Gregson, traveled to Dover from where we crossed the channel to Dunkirk. Then we boarded the SS Grouse and made for the cabin deck as indicated in the plan. You went to Judge Shigoku's cabin? Exactly. He wasn't there though. We decided to wait, but you've already told us you had no intention of going through with it anyway. I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life, so I left Gregson and disembarked on the ship. I spent that night at a boarding house in the town and returned to England the following morning. Boarding house? Dunkirk. My signature will be in the register book. It will be simple enough to verify. Then what became of Jigoku? Gregson was no assassin, so the mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that. Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. He met with the Reaper in that room on Fresno Street to report the failure, causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger and end the wretched agent's life. So Kazuma doesn't know who gave the order either? That's the real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder.
Objection!
But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword come to be lodged in the inspector's trunk? Probably just use it to open the trunk. I don't need to answer that. The victim was killed by a gunshot. A small fragment of a Japanese blade isn't relevant to the case. And accordingly, I choose to exercise my right to silence on that matter. It's important. Be that as it may, the court will sequester the sword as evidence. As you wish, my lord. We must take immediate action now, to verify whether Sashiro Jigoku remains unharmed. What? Remains unharmed? I agree, that should be our first priority. It's recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday. Yeah, how did you... When a foreign dignitary invited to Great Britain goes missing for 24 hours, it's only natural that the question of his safety should arise. You don't mean to say that you think Judge Shigoku may have been killed? The Reaper has more than one assassin at his disposal. He has the power and influence to give orders from the inside of a prison cell. Isn't that right, Lord Van Zieks? If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell you. Order, order, and court order. We will take an emergency recess for 30 minutes. Now? Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with the organizer's office. The man can't be located within half an hour. We will have to assume the worst. Oh no, not Judge Shikoku. No one will want to kill a harmless Japanese man who'd only just arrived in the country. Except, that is, for the Reaper, wanting to finish off a mark that slipped through the net 10 years ago. I would have to agree. Miss Ryu, for the defense's sake. But my lord, I sincerely hope we are successful. If we're unable to confirm Mr. Jogoku's healthy existence in the next 30 minutes, he will face grave difficulties. Ah, great. So we're going into, presumably, an investigation phase. So we're going to probably have to try to locate him ourselves. Kazuma, the Reaper's assassin! I feel as though I'm in a nightmare. I hardly believe it either, but on the other hand, Kazuma isn't in the habit of making up stories. I had such a terrible sense of foreboding. Something awful has happened to Judge Shigoku. And I feel as though things will only spiral further and further out of control. I felt it from the moment I stepped in the courthouse this morning. A strange sensation that we were careering towards a foregone conclusion. In the worst case, we might only have 30 minutes left. Fortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now. We're out of options. Actually, there may be one last hand we can play. Rather, one last ear. Of course. The little Mr. Sholmsaw that Iris gave us. It's time to pull the ear. Perhaps now is the time. What should I do? Let's pull it. Here goes then. I'm going to do it. Good luck, Miss Ryu. No looking back. Heave! Scream! Sounded like Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, where are you? What? It's a felt doll talking. Pull yours again, Mr. Ryu, as hard as you can. Alright then, I'll pull all my strength into it. Please, my dear fellows, you don't need to pull my ear off. Mr. Sholmes, where are you? Myself and my trusty partner are presently in the first-class cabin area of the SS Grouse. Oh, it's a walkie-talkie. This is great. We're going to dive into this next time. This is a big twist. Okay, so it's like a walkie-talkie of some sort, I suppose. But great. That's all we got today. Next time we're going to enter, I presume, an investigation phase before the trial resumes, with or without Judge Shigoku. That's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are amazing. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of others, and I will see you next time. Peace out.